Hello, welcome back to the workshop. Right, quick review of the Lidl Micrometer. Now, I've already opened it. I remember which end I opened it. I've also managed to drop it in its box and knock that off, but I can fix that at another time. Right, so is it any good? Right, okay, first things first. That does not feel quite right going up and down. Albeit it's beginning to feel better. So, you know. But what we're going to do is see how accurate it is. And for that purpose, I have Lee Richards to thank, who gave me these. These are gauge blocks. They are, of course, proper gauge blocks, and that means that they're imperial, but they do have their exact metric equivalents written on there. Now, when you're using instruments like these, you do need to make sure they're clean. You see those faces there and those faces there. If you start by assuming that they're dirty, you will go considerably less wrong. And I've checked these are accurate. And I've checked that with this. This is a Moore and Wright 1/10,000th of an inch. It's not necessarily fair to compare this at $6.99 with one of these, which would cost you a lot of money. But we are going to nevertheless use that to check these gauges. So if I'm going to start showing you how to make sure that you can read these right, you start off by cleaning the faces. You just do the micrometer up on a piece of ordinary paper and pull it, and it will take off the dirt, and you can see just a tiny speck of dirt on either side. Right, because it will measure dirt. Then what you want to do is see if it closes. Now that is interesting. If you look there, that's closes at 0 there, close at half a thou under, not half a thou, 0.01 of a millimeter, which is about 0.4 of a thou or 4/10 of a thou. But it doesn't do that consistently. That's closed 2 up. Now that's probably if I took this to bits, not in this video, but I might well do, if I took this to bits, cleaned all the grease off and then re-oiled it with some nice oil and made sure there was no particulate matter in that, would probably improve it. But right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off, that is let me show you, a 1/2 inch gauge block. I'm going to start by cleaning both faces. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to take the Moore and Wright. This measures down to 1/10,000th of an inch. So this is claims exceptional accuracy, and I have to say it delivers exceptional accuracy. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by cleaning that. And then we're going to go and measure what that is. This up here is so that you don't over tighten it, because obviously if you do this up as tight as you can just before you break the thread, you'll make the thing look as small as you want it to look. Hold on, let me just go find a central place. Right. And there you go, you can see that is bang on ½ inch. Actually it's ½ inch and 2/10 it's measured there. That's going to be dirt on somewhere. Let's get it nice and clean. Try that again. I've made that worse. That's ½ inch and 3/10. Let me just double check I have cleaned this properly. Give me a sec. Right, that will require just a smidgen bit of recalibration, but if you look there, that is slightly above the 0. And if you look on these lines here where they meet up, you can see it's actually one of these lines meets up with one of these lines at 2/10 of a thou. So at the moment it's out of calibration by 2/10 of a thou. So we would expect everything to be out of calibration by 2/10 of a thou on 0. So we go down to here and a little bit more obvious there because you can see more of the line. But if you look, you can see that there is the 0, and you can see that the second line above matches one of those. So that is ½ inch and 2/10, which is a match with what that calibrates to a 0. I'll have to recalibrate that. This one's been cleaned. Okay, and you can see that's a bit inconsistent when it closes. And what we're looking for is exactly 12.7. And what we get is 12.72 and a smidgen. Now, to be fair, we're just going to go and test another one. That should be, we'll test this one, that's a 1 inch. A bit of a clean. And that should be 25.4. Okay, we've looked, that's a lock, and you can see there that is 25.41. So for $6.99 that's reasonable. And I'm just going to, for completeness, just check this one against this. And as it happens, that is bang on 0, so that is bang on 1 inch. Let me just go back and just double check that ½ inch. Oh, okay. And that's actually come back to being back in calibration. Right, so that is as it is. It's reading to within 1.01 of a millimetre. Before you think, oh, that's not very good, it claims it's accurate to 0.015 of a millimetre, so it is accurate for what it claims. What we are going to very quickly do is just use this to compare the digital calibre, and you can see that is 1 thou out on the 1/2 inch. And the same on 1 inch, and it closes down to 0. So there you go. Are you going to find a better micrometer? Absolutely, not a problem. Doddle will find a better micrometer than this. Are you going to find a better one in anything under a tenner? No, you're not. So if that's your budget, that's a good buy. Just bear in mind that your measuring accuracy is always going to be a bit shady, but it is anyway, unless what you're working on is 100% clean, and you've just checked your calibration of your micrometer, and it also would want to be at the ideal temperature. Anyway, so there you go. Is it worth $6.99? It certainly is, and it will certainly get some use in this shop. I might well work out how I take this apart and clean it though, because I think I can improve on that performance. But thank you for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe. If you found it desperately helpful and you want to leave a tip, if you hit the super thanks, you can leave a one-time tip.